Quebec will not tax the unvaccinated after all. That decision today, a month after Premier François Legault said he would. Legault says he's worried about the reaction the plan is getting online.
I have to make sure that I protect the health of Quebecers, but I have also to protect the peace in our society. Solidarity is part of our values in Quebec, and I want to protect that. And I was seeing since a few days, maybe a week, that I don't like to see the Quebecers divided like we're seeing since about a week.
Now, we invited the Quebec government to come on the show to discuss the reversal. That request was declined. Dominique Anglade is the leader of the official opposition in Quebec's National Assembly. I spoke with her earlier from Quebec City.
Well, basically, Premier Legault decided to use politics of division in order to hide the fact that he lost complete control of the pandemic. We have to put that into context. He announced that idea when the public health director had resigned, quote unquote, and that the pandemic was totally out of control. So he just pulled this idea out of a hat. Again, politics of division in order to hide his lack of competency.
Okay, so he's back down on the unpopular, or controversial at least, I don't know if it was unpopular, tax on the unvaccinated, but the Premier did say today that the province has set up teams to identify neighborhoods in regions of Quebec where the vaccination rate is the lowest, and that teams will be going door to door to offer at-home vaccination or to encourage people to make an appointment. A more positive-based approach. Is that a good move? Is that the sort of thing you've been calling for?
Well, this was something that was proposed months and months beforehand, and at the end he's realizing that it's not working, that the polls are not giving him what he wanted to do. That's why he's bringing all those ideas. But the reality of things, again, whenever he's in trouble, he uses the politics of division in order to hide what he's not been able to deliver to the population. This fifth wave management is a complete disaster.
So what would you do differently right now to encourage more people to get vaccinated? If not the stick of the unvaxxed tax, what would you do?
A number of things I would do. The first one is focusing on the schools, mobile clinics that can really support different schools that are facing a low number of vaccination, but also, and we announced this, 5 elements that we wanted to bring forward. When you talk about easing the restrictions, we want to see plans. We want to see supply plans for rapid testing, for the ventilation in schools. I mean, a number of things that would need to be put in place. What he's doing right now with easing the restriction is exactly what is done in the previous 4 waves, and that led us to the situation we're in today. He's just repeating the same mistake again and again, and that's why I think he would need to take a step back and explain to the population where he's headed, what are the criteria, how are we going to do the easing of the restrictions, and why we're never going to go back to this situation again.
This is the second time that Premier Legault has reversed himself. Last November, Quebec reversed his plans on mandatory vaccinations, a vaccine mandate for healthcare employees. What do these abrupt reversals do to public trust?
Well, it undermines, like, people feel that they cannot trust the government in those decisions, and they really have a lot of questions. And there's been also a lot of confusion in the explanations of the Quebec government. So whenever he says something, can he really be trusted? Those are the questions that are being raised right now within the population. And that's why people are really fed up, because they always feel that something could happen, that it could shut down again, because they have no visibility to what the Premier is doing, no predictability.
That was Dominique Anglade, leader of the official opposition in Quebec's National Assembly. All right, coming up on Power and Politics, are Erin O'Toole's days, even hours, as Conservative leader numbered? The primetime panel on tomorrow's leadership vote coming up next.